Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. Today, we're gonna be playing some more Phoenix Wright. And now, so we're still on the first game, but we're doing Rise from the Ashes, which is the bonus episode of this game. Also, hello Sam. You are first. Alright, let's begin. Actual animated cutscenes. That's crazy. Oh, would you look at that? That looks cool though. Who's that? I know who that is, but you don't. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. I don't know what that cutscene was. It was cool though. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Might go AFK soon to get water, because I forgot it. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey is no longer... I'm sorry, but Mrs. Mia Fey no longer works here. Can I swear in this chat? Yeah, good. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't mind swearing. So you are? The coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. There you go. That's... nice. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Sorry. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just, you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position, then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'll call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness that saw her did it. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right, I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Hana is a 17-year-old working in law. Well, you know, Maya, she isn't really working in law. She isn't working in law. Maya Fey wasn't working in law either, and she was 17. They're just assistants. I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. Click down. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Click on the thing, please. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Also, chat, if you hear any... I'm a little bit sick, so just... If you hear anything, it's like, I'm a little bit sick, so just bear with me. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well... Actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay then. I guess we're just not gonna elaborate on that further. That's really... Guess we're just not gonna elaborate on that further. February 22nd, Detention Center Visitors Room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden, as soon as we arrived. God, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year, understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Yeah, that checks out. True. Who's that? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? But look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Let's talk to you. There's something you should know from the start. Oh, which is? The suspect in this case had confessed to the crime. Huh? But wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. Deposition? Deposition. Is that how you say it? Deposition. Words. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So who is the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have found me guilty. Not today. Yeah, February 21st, 5:15 p.m. Get that noted. The police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure that prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I would think you recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible that you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident, when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. Crime location, underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. It's good that you're getting everything down, but I'm sure that they'll repeat it. I'm sure they'll go back over it when the trial starts. I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? Body location and Lana's subordinate's trunk, yep. A few years above her. Emma told you that too, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. The victim, a detective. Yeah. So the victim was a detective, yeah. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey. It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? Yeah, detective. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. Loss of blood, stabbed in the stomach. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me. As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say, there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So, how could you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. You're just doing Cheese's job now. Well, that's good. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. More detailed. Well, yeah, I see that. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Well, there's nothing else to talk about. Let's go. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them dogs tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall. Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Look here, Bambina, I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cat guy out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You're heading along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that hombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of, yeah. He's a detective. He thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Well, let's look at things, shall we? This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? I'm pretty sure he was German. Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. Oh hey, Cheese. Sam's taking over your job, so you gotta just deal with that. I mean, she got to it first. Finders keepers. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed in a pocket. A foldable wallet found at a crime scene. There seems to be something inside. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. It's like a different version of papyrus. That's misspelled papyrus. Her laugh is misspelled papyrus. That's what happened. Okay, now, look at the court record. Okay, I see it. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Ah, yes, looking at things. Oh, look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of enter. Alright, enter. Or could I just click it? Aha. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID number 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. I make another version of death, but more painful to watch. Okay, remember the ID of 5842189. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I got to be on my toes from now on. Well, I have a very good idea. Let's look at my attorney's badge. Look at this attorney's badge. Doesn't it look really cool and awesome? I can finally look at it with more detail. Yeah, Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. That'll be useful. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Finally look at my badge. Yes. That's awesome. Your job's mine. Well, you should have put the numbers in first. Look, a door! This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Miss Phoenix is fed up with life. Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. This is scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what'd you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. Gonna grab a reference. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Oh, sure you're not. Alright, so we looked at everything. Oh, we can slide. That's right. Oh, that's right. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Gosh, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. Oh, hey, welcome back. Hey, what's up? You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for videos anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up to the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a service you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Cabins. Hello. That guy you made a video about once. Yep. Yes, that's correct. Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. Maybe you should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. Yeah, all these people I made videos about before. None of these people are new. In any case, stay away from that car. You can look around here. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Saloon, the 12th Prospector's office. Just came here to have something to watch while I do my homework. Alright, cool. Great, maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by, or your officers. No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone, even if my days of the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Half and half. I just got 5 nights at Ace Attorney. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. This happens a lot. This happens more than you think it does. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? That was my chair. I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. I don't think that rhymed. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Well, before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yes, she means it. Well, there's not a lot we can do here. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. Who here loves school? It's defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity. The evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of the innocence. Yeah. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. It's like no one. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to waste their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or was there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday, it was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Will you promise me? Oh god. You said you were gonna play Korma Online months ago. Well, I'm not done with Phoenix Wright. I'll play it. Look, I'll play it when I'll play it when I finish Rise of the Ashes, cause this counts as a Phoenix Wright game. I'll complete I'll I'll complete Rise of the Ashes. I'll install a game and I'll try it out. I'm trying to stick to a schedule of trying to finish games of finishing games before I play new ones. So yeah, that's gonna be my plan. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'll get to it. But the video on the what was that other game called? I can't remember what it was called. But you said it was like a psychological horror kind of thing. That game, I don't think I'm gonna play. I don't really want to risk it with YouTube and having all that stuff in there. If it works anything like I mean, I know the story of if it works anything like DDLC, I'm not gonna risk it because I forgot the name of the game and I just don't want to. I will play Koromon though. I will do that. That is a thing I'm going to do. I'll play it after I finish Rise from the Ashes. That is my promise to you. In fact, after the stream, I'm gonna go download it. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel like I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Sky wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? Yeah. Don't worry. Yo! It's Tanya! You trust me? Don't worry, man. Don't worry, I got you. I got you, Yeah, you mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Sky? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? It's 1:39. Yeah, it's 9 a.m. for me right now. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Mrs. Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind, you win. This holiday can sleep more than 9, no one can stop me. You sleep at 5 in the morning. Yeah, it's 9. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Mrs. Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Mrs. Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha, perhaps. It's weak. Yeah, wait till you enter college. Yeah. I still have to do that. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like a 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Mrs. Star was involved in some kind of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Well, there's only one thing to do now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You know, there's only one thing to do right now, and it's show her my badge. A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchman's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles. Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. Alright, anyway, let's look at things. Oh, I can't scroll. I can't scroll. Hold on. I almost forgot. I'm gonna present my badge to you. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it, scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I gave you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. You can definitely exist. That's definitely a thing you can do. Oh, she left. I was gonna show her my badge. Ah, she left. No fun. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Mrs. Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. I hate that part of life. Wait, hold on. What I'm gonna do is go in here. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? Well, of course. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right. Her sister's the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. Edgeworth. It is Edgeworth. It's him. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. Let's talk to him. The body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. Now, that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car had become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle that I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Yep. That's Murder Drones. I did finish Murder Drones. I did. I finished that show. I know I told you before, but I did. It's actually pretty good. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But haven't you completely forgot about it? Yeah, that happens. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person. I'll be back. You need an assignment. Alright. But I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. And why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? You have a knife? My question is, you have a knife? What the heck? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife added to the court record. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can you take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Well, there's only one thing to do now. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet, my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Of course he has a knife. Look at him. You know what? Fair. Let's look at things. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor every year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for King. Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. King of Prosecutors trophy added to the court record. Really? Let's look at it again. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Maybe do a video. His father's jacket. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors. Please stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of his shield broken off? My. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? Something written on the bottom of this foot. Oh my gosh. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? I don't think so. Ooh, cute. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with the packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. Such a thing as taking a hobby too far. That's true. A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Wait, that Wendy? Yes, that Wendy. There's only one Wendy. There's only one Wendy. And it's her. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Whoa, what of you? It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact of the ground would be... Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Well, these are all case files. They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Animate the spike. Draw the hair. Draw it. Draw the hair. I can't see it. I want to see the hair. Mr. Edgeworth, that's such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files until the wee hours in the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases from his cheek in his cheek from the seams. What blue and red? Phoenix and Edgeworth. I don't know. It's weird. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool. Sure it is when it's him. Okay, that's it. That's all. Well, now's a good time to look at this. Let's look at the thing. So we can look at blood. Oh, we can zoom in. Look at that. Oh, we can zoom in. And we can also zoom out. Really look at the blood. Alright. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Alright, what else is there? Okay, I looked at that. I can also look at this. That's cool, though. That's really cool that I can look at the evidence like this. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma someday. When she says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it. Question is, which Von Karma? The knife sort of reminds me of the cowboy guy. He shaved using a knife. Is that why Edgeworth is clean shaven? Oh, hold on a second, guys. Just made a video. Sick. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Gosh. They say if you love something, let it go. God, they say if you love something, to let it go, and my sickness is not letting go. Yeah, I literally, I literally cannot. Alright, thank you. Alright, let's go see if there are any updates. Okay, so... It doesn't look like to be... It doesn't look like we can do anything right now. Except... maybe show him this badge. Or ID. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright. Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If he sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. It doesn't look like we can really do anything right now. I've examined all there is to examine in this room. And I can't talk to him about anything. And I can't talk to her about anything. And I cannot go that way. I'm kind of running out of options. Except if I show her this ID here. About this card. Lunchtime vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Well, dang it. Or maybe I can look at this some more. Oh, I'm twisting it the wrong way. God damn it. Alright. There. Alright, there we go. A name and an ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID YABADAB. See? Wouldn't that be better? What? YABADAB? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point, see? Doesn't take much to amuse her. Well, dang it. I thought I was getting somewhere. And then we started to... I thought we were getting somewhere, and then we started talking about letters. So, I'm gonna show her, her knife. Take a look at this. You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. Yabba jab. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret to the aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. I don't know what to show you, lady. You want to look at the King of Prosecutors trophy? Take a look at this. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Alright, alright. Alright, see ya. Alright, alright. Let's see what else we can do. It doesn't look like we're gonna make a lot of progress here. Unless... she's not back. Well, maybe we can get Emma to look at all this stuff. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. Then my foot hurt. Then my foot hurt too. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up here on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from the clients, though. Mia's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I ought to at least dust it off every once in a while. Mia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. Egad, the bellboy was staring right at me. Well, now what? There's not exactly a lot I can show you that you haven't already seen, like this. Here, see this? I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. What is this, a behavioral study of lawyers? Yes it is, because I don't know what to do. Emma Sky. Sky with an E. Good dude. Emma Sky with an E. You have an E at the end of your... You have an E at the end of your last name. That's weird. And that's weird. Okay, I think I've literally exhausted all of my options. I've exhausted all of my options. So basically, this says you're the best of the best last year, huh? You could take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Oh, we can do that. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. You know, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record. So he entered the lot at 5:12 p.m. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place at around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, Wright? I'd appreciate if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not on this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid is not very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, sir. I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir. Give me your name. Wait. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir? God, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down at least. Okay then, we found what to do. Alright, let's go to the police department. February 22nd, police department, entrance. Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the blue badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the blue badger. Who's sat next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Old friend. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was fake? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Well, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing, really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what'd you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest-ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest-ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank-and-file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. Oh, it looks like you're back. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know about that Marshall guy. A patrolman is in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. I have something that'll make you feel better. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. It shows to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Wait, speaking of ID cards, I found the detective card, didn't I? I'm gonna look at it again. It's just so cool. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is the detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. No, my mistake. Didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Wow, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? So, this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been in the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. Okay. So that's pretty much it. The detectives in there the detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that? You're super good cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Oh, I was trying to look at this guy. I was wondering about that. What, the dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dance until the battery dies. Poor blue badgers, fated to dance till he drops. Blue badger panel added to the court record. Okay then. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. He has a point. I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why's that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea why. Well, I think it's because they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory. A game theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Well, it would be striped if it was gonna be a zebra. Wouldn't it? Okay. Oh, can we look at this some more? There's a handprint. Wait a minute. There's a handprint on its face. It got slapped. Wait. It got slapped. Alright, it's this. Miles Edgeworth, 1712, or 512, or 5:12 p.m. for those who can't read military time. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen if you run a yellow light. Well, I think I can guess. Alright, so I'm gonna show something to you. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? We have to find out a little more what's going on with Edgeworth. Okay, let's see. There's nothing else we can really do. Oh, what's that? The bandit here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'd be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families could figure that out without the extra help. You gone? So there's nothing here. What happens if I present it? Here, see this? Ah, yeah. I don't know how I showed it to you when it was over there. I don't know how that happened. Wait. He's gone. The work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. A nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. Yep. And certainly look at everything again. What's this? Maybe it's made out of chocolate. It's bronze gold plating. It's not worth much. $70 tops. This girl has a thing about pricing everything, doesn't she? I wonder what that big K means. Mysterious. We figured that out. There's a jacket framed on the wall like a painting. The fabric is high-grade cashmere, Italian styling, silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and a gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. For $5,000? Speaking of which, your suit would be around... That's enough of that. I don't need my life of praise, thank you very much. Wow, what an amazing bouquet. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Yep, back from the dead. Yep. Okay. Alright. Well, these are all case files. Yep. That's a compliment. I think she said something different, but I couldn't tell. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess. Yep. Kind of reminds me of you. Okay. There's nothing we can do here. Edgeworth's gone. You're still here. What? Yeah. I showed this to you, didn't I? Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony Detective comes to? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers must be because of the rumors. True. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things they don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. But that's you. You created it. You made it. That was yours. I want to look at that. Wait, what if I go back here, I go here, I check it. Oh, okay. What if I show you some stuff? Let's take a look at this. Alright, never mind. I still cannot look over there. Why not? I want to know what this handprint is right here. What is that? I want to know. Okay. Oh, here we go. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. That's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? You met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He is appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Detective Gumshoe letter of introduction added to the court record. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Alright, bet. Let's go to back here. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going, and she's gone. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy. You're looking like a doggy that's lost his herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Let's talk to you. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, shall we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Of course we should. What does this look like? I want to look at things. Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe there's a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple of zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Nope, he's getting $20 more. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right into the Can I talk? Fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog? You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? Don't worry, this proof is from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hoot nanny. Note to self, police investigations are like selling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective's gumshoe letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Okay then, let's look at things. And I can actually scroll this time. This looks like a cell phone. Looks like a tape recorder. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Sure. Right. Let's check it out. Oh, it's doing it for me. Ah, it's doing it for me. Let's open it. This phone's still on the radio screen. Oh, redial screen. Oh, it's a flip phone. Redial. Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. So I didn't disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Alright. 911. I'm gonna call 911. And then push the button. Oh, I can just double click it. Okay. Okay, I can just click it. That makes it easier. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that's a song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Ah, oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone, phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped him when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who'd she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that. Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone added to the court record. Well, let's not do that again. At least for right now. Nice car. What's that? B block is through here. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland over there. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy I could see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. This rope, is it? Yeah, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot in the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. What's that? What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. 6-7512-2. S. Oh, that's an S. You're right. Let's see. 6-7S12/2. Goodman. There's a name written on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note adds to the court record. Very nasally today. I feel very nasally. What do we got? We can look at it some more. Oh, never mind. We can do it. Oh, profiles. Okay. Profiles. We can open the thing. And then you can hit the button. There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. What do you mean we don't have to press the button? It's very important. This is very important stuff. That dude's gone. And now you can press the button. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know? Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know? I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. I guess. Seriously, why can't I press that button? It seems like good of a time as ever. Anyway, I should probably talk to you. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Mrs. Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Goodman's autopsy report entered the court record. Yep, hour and a half of 4 p.m. So, 5:30. Is my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman was a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why I didn't do much work with the chief prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. To call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of his cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he doesn't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a good amount of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? Bambina? How could you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing to the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill wind? Something's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and evading testimony, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you can find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospect Atlanta Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Satellite Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case. Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Landa's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. Property of Atlanta Sky. Last call made to her sister. Oh, okay. That was the last call. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. It's 'cause you don't, to be continued. Funny, it's 'cause you don't. Yes. Alright, I'm going to take this time to go get some water, 'cause I'm gonna need it. I'll be back. Alright then, let's continue. Oh. Good drink some water. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. How'd the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to the trial because they're suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Mrs. Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since this trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I would choose the path I think is right regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, she was rash enough to commit it in the Drink some water. Hold on. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Well, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There is a witness to hear her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name in profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name in profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Apparently that. Apparently caviar. Name, profession. Now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Mrs. Starr was a detective? Aha! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Mrs. Star. Just who is this lady? I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecution's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecution's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they still have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Mrs. Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? Well, this is bad. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finally home detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointed tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Okay. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of the testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Well... crap. Alright. Time for my favorite part of the game. Where well, first, as we all do, I like to save. Well, I like to save at this point. And then... let's see what we got. So we have... okay. We have this. Check it. It looks like we can still look at it. Let's see the victim's blood. Did she say the tip of the knife? It's not really the tip, is it? Chief prosecutor then standing next to a car, holding a knife in her right hand. Pointy tip of the knife. No. Not exactly. Not exactly. Death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Okay. 5:12. Yep. Okay. No prints. Wait. I need to see that image again. I need to see that image again. Was she holding it in her right hand? Was she wearing gloves? I can't remember. Oh, wait, I didn't do that. I can look at this. Okay, so she was standing somewhere over here, and the person was standing over here. Yeah, she could have saw that. That was definitely a thing that could happen. I might just press. Okay. lunchbox to your boyfriend. You sent something. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. Because you were on the other side of the fence. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late. Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. Okay, so that image. She was holding it in her right hand. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Mrs. Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. But what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that! Okay, so we just press. We just press, that's it. Alright, time to press. Let's go. Let's go check. How'd you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's ununiformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that when I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. Let me continue, Mrs. Starr. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. His boyfriend? He's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That'll be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I get parked in B block. So she's in B block when she witnessed the crime. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. It must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. From the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. You in B block. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth's. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Push through what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you're a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. risk. I'll fry it like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I showed it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of the criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photograph added to the court record. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Okay, I'm gonna look at this. Let me look. Yes. Where is the body? I'm gonna keep pressing. Okay, holding a knife in her right hand. Yes. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, it's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? And she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Oh, I said it before. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's think about this. We just got a new piece of evidence, but it doesn't seem to do anything for me. Like, yeah, she's wearing gloves. And the code is bloody now. That's A block, that's the car. Alright. One knife wound, yes. Am I thinking about this wrong? Yes. The knife. Pointy tip of the knife into his chest. Pointy tip, hold on. This doesn't look like the tip. Let me like look at it again. Blood. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Well, it's not... The blood is not exactly on the tip. I'm gonna be extremely nitpicky here, and I'm gonna say that this is the... I don't think I can keep pressing, because I already got this out of it. I'm gonna save again, because I forgot, because I might have not saved. In case that... I'm gonna save here in case that other save didn't happen. And I'm going to... Okay. Enter there. Parking lot plans for this car. This might be important. I don't know. I'm just gonna try it, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna try it. Yep, that didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. That's fine. That's okay. That is okay. Alright. Knife in her right hand. Chief prosecutor sitting next to a garage car. Okay. Isn't he over on A block? Isn't your boyfriend in A block? Why are you in B block? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is through the fence. That makes sense what this is doing here. That's the fence. That's the phone. That's the car. You're over there. You took it from there. So you took it from there about here. You took it from here. In front of this car. You took it from about here. Alright? One knife wound. Okay. What's that? 6-7S. 12/2. What's 12/2 mean? Is that the European way of writing February 12th? Is it European? Let's see. So, not this. Not this. Probably this. Not this. Not this. Maybe this. Not this. Probably this, and probably that. Those are the only important pieces of evidence right now. The wire fence. You saw the prosecutor holding a knife in her right hand. Yes, that tracks. Thrust the pointy tip of the knife into his chest. No prints. I think I'm just gonna have to keep pressing. Over the knife, yep. I think this is one... Yeah, it's flawless. Keep press the witness. I pressed her before and it didn't work. No. Let me try it again. Let me try pressing the witness again. Wait, could I press the one about the picture again? Car. Yeah. That's yours. 3 feet away. A picture. Alright. Oh, I didn't do that right. Okay, hold on. It was this where she mentioned the picture. Send something. Okay. Alright. Back to your mind. Oh. You did one. No. fired. What if I try pressing the detective? Oh, okay. Second level, see everything from there. Yes. B block. She was, that makes sense. Oh my god, the knife. Oh my god, shut up about the knife. Try to stop it. Too late. Yeah, she brought down the murder weapon. Well, this is not going going well for me right now. Hour and a half of 4 PM, yes. I really want to know what she said. I really want to. What if we try and press the button again? No need to push this. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. There is a reason to push that button. There is a reason to push that button. All evidence is good evidence. You really, just let me hear it. Just let me hear it. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Which one was it? Hold on, I'm going back. Which is the one where she said she was talking about that picture? Alright, so she took a picture, here. This is where we got the picture. Okay. I wonder if I do this all again. Then I'll... It has to be somewhere here. B block. There's a wire fence I saw. Yes. I see nothing here that's wrong. I mean, this is all making sense. All this makes sense. security room. Thing over here. Here. I have a thing that might work. Okay, so you can see over it. Parked B block. Oh, this is really tough. This is tough. This is really hard. I don't know what to do. Entrance car. Yes. Okay, it says yes. Certainly it's her. Yeah, and that's it. Alright, that's it. Holding a knife in her right hand. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Pointy tip. Okay. This is the only thing that I can think of. It's that if I'm gonna be extremely nitpicky, this is the tip of the knife. That doesn't have blood on it. So it doesn't have the blood on the tip of the knife. It has it on the edge. If I'm gonna be extremely technical with that, that doesn't make sense. Let's save again. Oh, this is frustrating. I feel like I'm getting really close. I have this. This is the thing that I'm supposed to get here. I pressed, I got that. And then that's it. That's all. That's everything. This. But I know it's wrong. It's just that, but I know it's wrong. I know that's wrong. Press the witness. I already did that. I can't do it again. I can't just keep... I can keep doing it, and the same thing is gonna happen. Pressing is just gonna lead to nowhere. Pressing doesn't lead anywhere. I'm telling you, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I'm gonna try it again. Look, I'll try it again. Yes. If this doesn't work, if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna do this again. I can't really do evidence on the... I can't really do this on the basis of a press. It doesn't work like that. I'm struggling. Yeah, so if I press every single thing, I pressed everything, it doesn't lead to anything, so I have to do a contradiction. Which I can't see. I can't see how anything... Yes. Yeah. Thrust the pointy tip of the knife into his chest. Where's the knife? Where's the knife? Where'd she put it? In there? Did she put the knife in there? I don't know, I have a bad memory. Ooh. That guy, he's been watching my stuff for a while now. And there's a... I got a Steam message. What? Give me, like, a... No, I cannot play today. Hold on. Alright, my dad's taking the laundry. Okay. Well, I am stuck. On the very first contradiction, I'm stuck. Like, I don't have any other option but to contradict one of her things. Like, contradict one of her testimony. That's the only thing I can do. I might just try this. Oh, it worked! And you witnessed this? You saw Mrs. Sky stab the victim with the knife? So I've already said yes. Yeah, then where's the knife? I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. But, isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. I'm not gonna make the joke again. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make the joke again. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why Mrs. Sky not holding a knife? That's exactly what I thought. Why is she not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. It had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Alright, you got a better idea? Objection! I raise an objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Now that seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain and remorse. It was premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Why? These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Bet. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Alright. Okay. Yeah, no prints. What if I press it? What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ah, impressive. I'm sorry to take you off the force, Mrs. Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this is all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. Gotta think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. Hold on a second. I have to pick a piece of evidence. I have to pick a piece of evidence that shows that it wasn't. That it was planned. I want to hear what she said, but I can't. I don't know why not. I'm gonna try again. I'm trying that again. Let me do it. Let me do it, please. Frick you. Screw you, Mr. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Press the button. Record the call. It could be important. You are wasting a key piece of evidence here. It's a handprint. Like the things I think are important are not shown. Like, what's the handprint for? What does the phone call say? I don't know. It doesn't tell me. For no freaking reason, it doesn't tell me. But because it doesn't tell me for no freaking reason. Like, if I knew what it said, that could be a piece of evidence, but it's not. Like, really? He didn't die instantly. I have to find a way to prove... Let's save again. I have to find a way to prove that this murder was not planned. That's my thing. That's the thing I have to do. Okay. Gloves. Why isn't there blood on the floor? They have to be very specific to only get it on her coat. And not anywhere else. Like her clothes, or like her clothes, or her gloves. I don't think... It doesn't show that there are any... Because of the angle, it doesn't show that there's any blood on the gloves. That had to be very specific. And I don't think... Well, unless she's like very, very good at handling a knife. She might just be very good at handling a knife. The murder was planned. The gloves prove it. Let's see. What can I do? Well, we can check it. 4.5-inch knife. Okay, we can actually look at this. So, Bruce Goodman, February 21st, between 4 and 5:30. Okay. Loss from blood from a chest wound. Oh. Wait, let me look at that again. Wound caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Like, what is that? What is that? Doesn't tell me what that is. A handprint is pretty This doesn't tell me anything. This does not tell me anything. I can't do anything with this. Think about a security room. And you did it like that. It's a shadow. Alright, that's a shadow. Where's the body? Where'd she put it? Did she put the knife with the body? I don't think that's how it was found. Alright. Deliver with box. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. What does that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but like, what can I do about it? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't actually know. Let me check. What's it say? Police department. Yep, okay. Hey, I'm struggling. I am struggling. Not a lot of blood on the knife, is there? $5.18. This is really hard. Oh, I can slide. It doesn't show me anything. That doesn't show me anything. I slid from here to here, and it doesn't show me anything. It just shows the B block. It shows this. That's nothing. That is nothing. 4.5-inch knife. Can we measure it? Loss of blood. Then how was it found? How was the knife found? I'm really not sure. I think I'm going to present a bunch of stuff. Oh. Okay. I spent all this time thinking, and then I pressed a button and it worked. Witness, do you know what this is? They try to test me. I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What does that have to do with it? What's with this case? A bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense is a request. We ask the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me, though the gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. What? I figured it out. Order, order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail, but this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need proof, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now, but you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe that I'd like to hear testimony again. Witness, please tell me only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? The powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. I'm somehow figuring this out. Alright, let's see. Next testimony. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that. Nothing else could. Excuse me. Nope, nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Nope, that's wrong. Incorrect. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Let me take a sip of water. Well... One knife wound. That is wrong. I'm saving because I can. That is wrong. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. Remember moss surprise. Moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Mr. Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Excuse me. So you must have stabbed him at least twice. Isn't there any other body part that you could have saw the blood at? Is there any other body part that you could have saw the blood at and made me have to say that word? And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. A red muffler looked like blood to me. What red muffler? Red muffler? What? Hold on. What was she wearing? She wasn't wearing a red muffler. No. God, this freaking picture's in black and white. Hold on. I'm gonna look up... Hold on a second. I have to look... Oh. No, never mind. No, wait. She wasn't wearing it. She wasn't wearing a red muffler. Normally she does. I had to look up a picture of her, but... I had to look up a picture of her, but... She normally does, but this time she doesn't. Back to here. Mrs. Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself. With this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. Or was my objection chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. Back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Wait, hold on. You said you were at B block. Hold on a second. You said you were at B block. How could you have apprehended the suspect? They were at A block, and there's a chain link fence. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part, the part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. My question is, how do you apprehend the suspect when you're behind the fence? After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. How? Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but again, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. But hold on a second. Nope, I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. But don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. That's how that happened. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rar. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. You can't apprehend her if you're behind a fence. No. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. There's a fence. No, you didn't. No. That's not right. You're incorrect. BS. That's a load of BS. Alright. That's a load of BS. Alright, so maybe if I do this one. God freaking dang it. The fence! Is no one looking at the fence? The fence is no one looking at the fence. Why does no one care? It's a whole ass fence over here. That's not a whole ass fence over here. There's not a lot you could do to get past the fence, or maybe wait. Unless you ran from here to here. No, that's not a thing you can do. So this guy tried to run. It's why my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But you didn't do it. You have to believe me. How? Say quickly. Are you close to the suspect? They just said. I was only 30 feet away from her. There is a gosh darn fence. No one cares. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The lunch night car was here. She was a visitor, thus she parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Mrs. Starr? Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right. But there's a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it. over it? How'd you go over it? It would take her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. The fence about... Oh, okay. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did Mrs. Guy not get away? Mention the muffler. Behind a partition. Alright, whatever. So where's this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall. I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There's a wall there, about 6 feet high. She's obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Alright. What about it? She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor's talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... Yes. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon, heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Mrs. Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there's an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Lana's cell phone updated in the court record. Thank you. Saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall but has to use the cell instead. Press further. Press again. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I only said this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind this partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. How is it out of order? There's no sign. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. And you somehow leapt over the fence. And somehow, during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. And when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Prosecutor. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. Mrs. Guy tried to run. I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You had to believe me. Alright. Sure. Okay. How'd you see it? Oh. How'd you see it? I'm gonna save again. Use a cell instead. How'd you see it? Yeah, how'd you see it? Mrs. Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out of you 2 years ago. Well, Mrs. Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true. You couldn't have possibly seen Mrs. Sky making that phone call. True. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you're in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Order, what is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie the witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... save. I'm gonna save. The order... So what she saw... Well, she didn't lie about what she saw. Where she saw it. The order of events. Let's see. Where she saw it. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Mrs. Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. Let's say the witness did actually see Mrs. Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points to one direction. The place... Ah, crap. I can't even save. Ah, crap. I can't even save. Rob the security room! This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Mrs. Starr? How many years I've been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Mrs. Sky? Mr. Wright, does this strike you as odd? Why did Mrs. Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. Tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Mrs. Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Let me save. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Can I delete my save? I forgot. I accidentally did that. Can I delete my save? I forgot. I accidentally did that. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? It's not the difference in lighting. Not the angle of view. The distance. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. Shoot. It's between the crime guard station 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Ms. Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime when you arrested Mrs. Sky? Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB and lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. Ah, the door. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Win. That's a long way away, isn't it? That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. And then you hop the fence. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Freaking objection. Objections all day and all night. Objections all day and all night. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that type pasta in the knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Mrs. Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah. Well then, it seems we come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank heard her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Will I somehow... wait... Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Mrs. Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the lunchhead model says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Decisive evidence! Yay! I should have mentioned those 5 minutes where I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Mrs. Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've always said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you've had blood tests performed? Did I mention I have 3 boyfriends in forensics? In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth's sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. No, Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. What's the second one? However, it seems we have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensue the guilty are properly judged. Victim's shoe added to the court record. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Well, what we're gonna do is... Okay, so before this, we are going to look at it. Alright, let's see. So it's on this side and also on the sole. This blood, it's my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged just when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself, at least at the time of the crime. Poor sis. But what about this? Ah, there's blood here too. On the sole of the shoe, it's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. All this blood, it's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Okay, note that. The blood on the sole is... Yeah. But you didn't mention it. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why did you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it. The false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Mrs. Starr. Let's just get this over with. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime. I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone else would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you moved valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next. Two types of blood were found in the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe doesn't appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were two types of blood found in the shoe. The other blood type was defendant. Oh, wait. You can't say for sure that blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. Yes, I can. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. They said there was a very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Skies. The suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. It ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. She proves it. How? I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright? Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem? Heck yeah, there is a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about this victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Hold on. The blood on the sole. What's that? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about his blood on the bottom of the shoe? We're gonna think about that. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of this shoe? A chest wound. I might just present and then save immediately after. The photo. Oh, hey! Oh, hey, Benito. I've seen you comment. What's up? Oh, hey, I've seen you comment. What's up? The photo is the problem. That's true, because there's no blood on the floor. Oh, there's no blood on the floor. You're correct. You're exactly right. Let's see, hold on. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why were there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness? What, huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. I think Mr. Wright... Hold on. Saving. Yes, I am that kind of player that saves all the time. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint of the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator this one. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? Sad, what does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Wow. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to his murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Mrs. Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she's trying to conceal it. What? Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky... Little girl, what'd you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you'll be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I know I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can I hand out my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying that there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, you have to go ahead with this. Save. I feel the decision coming on. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. What is that? Right there in the tailpipe. This one I actually do remember. I actually do remember. The problem with this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Mrs. Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much as in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Well, let's think. Let's think about this. Oh, I didn't save. I did not save. Let's think. There's a memo. Let's think about every piece of evidence we have. So we have... Oh, I thought I presented it for a second. Alright, so we have my badge, this, not this, not this, not that, one knife wound, no, memo, that right there, She mentioned muffler. That right there. She mentioned muffler. Mrs. Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ah. Yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, whoa. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew. That was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. You still hungry? Also, you made a mistake. You did not put Phoenix here. You did not put the name Phoenix in here, but he's the one talking. You still hungry? You screwed up, Capcom. What are you doing, man? Unplayable. Unplayable. Alright. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Mr. Wright? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister, anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull and it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall. Gotta come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing just didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Mrs. Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you gotta let that bull... And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Excuse me. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Oh, wee. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the... Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I am getting tongue twisted when I'm gonna drink some water. getting tongue twisted. I'm getting tongue twisted. I am getting tongue twisted. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems the prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock? Who's there? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? It's you. Oh, saw him late, Oji. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Oji. How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Oji, my boy. You had to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Oji seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about a little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking officer in this entire district, and I don't have a phone charger. I'm gonna go grab one. Alright, got a phone charger. He's a top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Damon Gett. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. Summer Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Mr. Sky was really wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuck into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. Ooh, what's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If you investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worley. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of the investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... You're head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you were the person in charge. I expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at this. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all I have to do is push that switch, and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to power my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry it up, and open it. It doesn't for me. Why does it have to do it one at a time? Right, so it's this. Wow, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but can I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove the connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department. A detective? That's hush-hush information, Uji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Yeah, I'm still alive. Order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. So... But there is... Hold on. I'm correct. Wait. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. The gears are turning. Let me look at things. Okay, bye again. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. But there is one. That. I'm gonna save. I got this far, I should've saved. But there is, and it's right here. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness what do you mean from Udgy. This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL9-SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S 12-12/2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn around and what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife tag. Order, order. Well, Chief. Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? Ah, what game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day from the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective... I might... I know if I double click, then it just... I'm gonna press. So this knife was stolen? Yeah, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good shoulder worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, right, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Landa's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Redo. I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case. Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, so here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. So, where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, when the victim died. Well, we know that. What about this? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I have heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife is evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. So I guess I could just, like, do this. So I guess I could just do this. Because it took me straight here. God. No, never mind. Alright, never mind. Chief. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of this knife's evidence tag. We also know that defense detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can I get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. What was the victim's ID number? Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You don't tell me their name, after all. You keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't get getting your hopes up. My number is 5842189. Hold on a frickin' second. Oh my goodness, chat. We just got him. Wow, that's quite long. And I have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning, it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? This. 5842189. Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. What the? Huh? Huh? Wait. No, wait, no. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number. Yes, there, right there. Yes. I thought I had it wrong. God, I thought I had it wrong. Police ID number here. Yes. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of a victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel's IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as attack? Righto, sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, in a completely different location. Order, order, order. Chief, what does this mean? No, what I want to know is, why did I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, according to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Land of Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Yeah. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer is capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, it's a serious error of gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then no such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say unworthy. What? Now what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how's this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do, you'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I would grant 1 further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Alright, chat. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Because honestly, I'm getting kind of hungry. Want some lunch. Thinking of how much time the investigation is going to take. Alright, okay. Well, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. I'm gonna end stream here. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to press the like button, comment down below if you want more Ace Attorney, and of course, subscribe if you're new. I'd greatly appreciate it. And that'll be it from me. Thank you all so much for watching the stream, and I'll see ya.